So exactly what was said in the Skiff during the last UFO meeting? I think I know.
What do you think was the biggest takeaway from today about when you'll start to be able to learn what's being done and what is the fruit of all the money that's being put into this?
Well, unfortunately, since it was in the Skiff, I can't tell you what the big issue was, but I will tell you that it provided, I'll say, some validity to what's been said.
Tim Burchett might not be able to tell you what was going on behind the closed doors of the Skiff. I can, by using the word compartmentalize. Word of the day.
Compartmentalization and
interdepartmental. Very compartmentalizes.
So essentially, to break that down, what this big word means is that the information is there, but it is spread across many different platforms. That being said, if there's one thing you guys are going to learn from me this year in 2024, it is that you need to learn to read between the lines when it comes to information, especially about UFOs. You do that, I promise you, your mind will be awakened and you will learn a heck of a lot. That being said, start paying attention. Here we go.
I think it's incredibly important to listen to the specific words that Grush uses. You know, Grush never said extraterrestrial or alien. He said interdimensional.
Call it interdimensional, call it shadow biome, crypto-terrestrial. I mean, there's a lot of different theories.
I think that that's incredibly important because those are the types of things that when we go in there, there's just certain things that I think that it's important that you guys listen to on that.
You said interdimensional. I mean, now, what does that term, is this something that bends time and space? What are you getting at?
I think that Grush, when I had talked to him on whether these were specifically extraterrestrials or alien in origin, he said interdimensional. He refused to use certain terms, and I think that's incredibly important because I think that that's really the question we're all wanting to know, right?
Did you hear anything that you didn't know? Are you being frustrated by this, like some of your colleagues are?
Well, obviously, look, the process is extremely frustrating, but actually this is the first real briefing that we've had that we've now made, I would say, progress on some of the claims Mr. Grush has made in his complaint and some of the claims he provided to Congress.
Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
I guess human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes. Personally.
Have anyone been murdered that you would that you know of or have heard of, I guess?
I have to be careful asking that question. I directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities.
Maybe in a, if we could get in a confidential area of Skiff, we could talk about that. But unfortunately, we were denied access to the Skiff, and that's very unfortunate in this scenario.
One thing in particular that really caused me to be concerned about this whole thing is that Grush had stated to myself, Representative Burchett, and another member on the phone that there were people that were hurt hiding this information and keeping this information safe and or trying to come forward with this information. What I can tell you is I believe that claim after now leaving. That's all it's down.
Can you give us a sense of what new questions you have?
Well, right. So let me just give you a hypothetical because I'm not going to share anything from a classified briefing. But if someone makes 10 claims and then someone says, well, we didn't look into all 10 because they weren't all in the report, but hey, we found these 6 very credible based on it, well, then you would want to go attack those 6. That's what I'm saying. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I can't get into the specifics of the hearing, but let's just say that all of us were very interested in the substance of his claims.
It didn't disqualify anything I've thought in the past.
What comes out of this meeting? What do you do in response to this stonewalling?
Well, it's just whack-a-mole. You go to the next one until we get some answers. We got some pretty definitive stuff that would that I'm sure y'all get from somewhere else.
Keyword.
Sure y'all get from somewhere else.
Just to reiterate, if you're not following along, that somewhere else is the UFO hearing where David Grush spoke, which were the video clips we've seen earlier.
About what was discussed, and to me it was it made what I think more credible.
So they did tell you something. They didn't tell you nothing.
That's correct.
Okay. Because first you came out and you said we didn't learn anything new.
Well, we didn't learn anything new. It just verified what I thought.
This is a serious topic, and it deserves serious attention.
The term that what they were exploring here were, her phrase, interdimensional beings. Is that something that we're dealing with?
It is not a fringe topic. It is a serious national security topic.
So, again, to sum this entire video up, in case you missed it, I believe that what happened behind the closed doors of that skiff was talking about the incident that David Grush had, whether that be someone he knew ended up getting murdered or someone he knew got hurt personally. But that is my theory, and that is the information that I was gathered looking between the lines of our congressmen and women. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, read between the lines, and you guys are going to open up a world of possibility and information that you've never seen before. I promise you that. We'll see you guys next time.